I wanted to make this video for any Honda Insight owners, particularly third generation, or any Honda Civic owners that are having this similar issue, and that is hood fluttering or hood shaking. And it's what happens when this happens when you're going about 70 miles per hour plus, 100 kilometers plus on the highway, and your hood's just slightly shaking around, and it's mostly concentrated at the front. And I have the fix for this. And it's pretty straightforward. Now, most people will tell you to adjust these stoppers right here and there, and that's pretty straightforward. You just you unscrew it out to bring it up, and what that will do is make more contact with the hood. Now, that more than likely will not work, but it's worth a try if you want to try that first before you do all this. And so what you're first going to do is you're going to take out these plastic rivet. I don't know what to call them. I'm just going to call them plastic rivets. All over the place. All right, be all over this thing. Just left one here for demonstration. One of these kind of tools is very useful, very cheap. I recommend it. You can get away with a screwdriver if you're really cheap. I would not recommend. That's how you break them a lot. Take them out, put them somewhere neat, not there, because that's a terrible spot, but I'm going to do it regardless. And you're going to take this out, put it to the side, and then you are going to see your latch assembly, okay? And now it's pretty straightforward from here. It's not rocket science. There is going to be, you're going to be adjusting this downwards, okay? And they were nice enough to provide these increments right here. So 1, 2, 3. Now each of these increments, for example, like top to the middle, is a 1/16 of an inch, which is about 1.5, 1.6 millimeters. And so what you're going to do is you're going to mark with a paint marker, or maybe a permanent marker if you clean it up well enough, but it probably won't be that visible. You're going to mark on the latch and I guess you can call this kind of like the frame, part of the unibody. You're going to mark on the latch and then here vertically on both sides and horizontally on both sides. And once that is what you're doing right there, is to keep track of how much you're moving it downwards. And so, and also make sure you're straight vertically, because you do not want to move this horizontally or have it cockeyed, so that's the reason why you do it, especially on both sides. And then from here, you're going to take a 10 millimeter bolt, or a 10 millimeter socket, and you're going to loosen these 3 bolts. 1, 2, 3. And you're just going to loosen them. You don't take them out, just loosen them. That's all you need to do. And you loosen them enough till you can actually kind of screw with this and move it down. And so when you move it down, you're going to move it about, I started at 1/8 of an inch, but I would not recommend that actually. So I moved it back up. So move it down a 1/16 of an inch, about 1.5 millimeters, right? And that should get you in the right spot. And then once you do that, and make sure you get a double check, make sure it's a 1/16 over here, a 1/16 over here, and make sure you are still lined up vertically. Like make sure these lines still line up relatively. You tighten it up. I would say pretty darn snug, because this is a hood latch, but I mean, these are also 10 millimeter bolts, so be mindful, don't break them. And once you do that, you're gonna put that back on, and then you should be good. Now the only thing I can know is when you do this, it changes. It's a little bit harder, I guess you could say, to close your hood. Now before I adjusted it, it was probably about right here. I would drop the hood and close. Actually, maybe more over here, but close it, or you drop it, close it, and then, but now I have to drop it maybe about 6 inches, 5 inches higher to close it. Otherwise, it just kind of stays in secondary position. It doesn't close, no matter if I press on it or whatnot. So that's how you fix that. It's pretty straightforward. Just make sure that latch stays aligned horizontally. And I hope this helps. If anything, just maybe adjust it a little bit more, maybe push it a little bit more down if you want to try. It entirely depends probably on how well the vehicle was manufactured, but that's what all you should have to do. I've had no issues, maybe beyond like 80 miles per hour, the hood fluttering kind of occurs just a little bit, but it's not that bad, and it's usually when there's excessive wind or otherwise any sort of bad weather. Hope this helps. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment. I'll try to answer the best of my ability. I'm not a mechanic. I'm just a guy that just tweaks with things.